Just ask George Thompson. He was reminded of who's the master and who's the slave when he was recording a police officer who was talking on the cell phone and just yelling loud expletives. And Mr. Thompson yelled across the street, "Hey, you know, keep it down. Why don't you stop using that bad language?" And the cop was like, "Why don't you shut the F up and mind your effing business?" So after he said this, Thomas pulls out his cell phone and he begins recording it. The cop sees it and immediately stops what he's doing, runs across the street, and insults the guy and then puts him in handcuffs. The police report claims that Thompson was attempting to film secretly. Thompson outright denies this claim, saying he had his arm completely outstretched as he filmed. And unfortunately, the cell phone footage was mysteriously deleted in police custody 2 days after the incident. Now, according to Massachusetts state law, it's a crime to audio record anyone without them knowing, but many consider that law null and void, given the Supreme Court's decision to uphold the right to film police in public. They have no expectation of privacy, just like everyone else, the general population. They shouldn't either. But first of all, it's not wiretapping to record police on your cell phone. Wiretapping is what Piers Morgan did when he tapped into the phones of people he was trying to do stories on through his tabloid newspaper, actually eavesdropping on their phone calls without their knowledge. That's wiretapping. So here they're just twisting the law. But secondly, no one is talking about how the police tampered with evidence. What about that? Tampering with the evidence. They make this guy spend the night in jail. They charge him with wiretapping and resisting arrest, of course. So if they're not going to get in trouble for that. They just do what they want. And remember, masters, slaves. This is how apparently things are working here in America, where the public servants have now turned into the public masters. Implementation of the laws arbitrarily. And the FAA tried this as well. They attempted to sue a photographer who had used a drone to film above a college campus at the University of Virginia. He is a photographer, and Raphael Perker is the only person that the FAA has tried to sue. The FAA sought to fine him under its regulation against operating an aircraft in a careless or reckless manner so as to endanger the life or property of another, which the agency argued applies to drones. But the fact is, there is no law that says model aircrafts can't fly. There just aren't any laws against commercial drone use, and a judge agreed with Perker and they dismissed the suit. So this is a significant decision because for the first time ever, we have guidance from a judge on whether that 2007 ban on commercial drone operation is legally enforceable. And apparently this judge is saying it's not. There are no laws governing that. So the FAA is now working on a proposal for drones weighing less than 55 pounds. That'll be out later in the year. This is great news for Amazon and the other companies who are hoping to bring drone delivery right to your doorstep. At least for a few more months before the FAA drops their regulations. Fly the drones.
Symbols are powerful, and the globalists have hijacked the symbols of America. They've turned them into their own symbols. Well, we are restoring the idea of the true republic, not the counterfeit globalist empire, by promoting the icon George Washington and others. That's why we're rolling out an 100% made in America line of incredible pro-liberty apparel. We are repopularizing liberty. We are helping fellow Americans rediscover what made this country great. We are the spirit of 1776. We are 1776 worldwide. We are all brothers and sisters in arms in the animating contest of liberty in the long march towards humanity's ultimate destiny of freedom. Visit madein1776.com today and vote with your dollars to promote truly made in America, high quality products, and promote the ideals of liberty.